Okay, so you're now in my office, and one of the first things that you ask me is, what's my case worth? You know, if you're going to come to my office and that's one of the first things you're going to ask me, please don't come. I don't want to see you. Why? Because when people come and they ask that question, invariably, they're not really hurt. They're not really concerned about obtaining justice, and that's what this is really all about. And there hasn't been a violation of the safety rules of medical care. And in reality, you really don't know what your case is worth when you first come into a lawyer's office. And folks, and I mean this with all sincerity, if you go to a lawyer and the lawyer says to you, your case is worth X, we're going to get X for you, we're going to do so great, you're going to get rich off this, run out of that lawyer's office because they don't know what they're talking about. No one can tell you what your case is worth in the very beginning. Why? Because there are so many factors that go into an analysis as to what the value of the case is that no one knows what it is until the case progresses, until you have the medical records reviewed, until you speak with your experts, until you go through discovery. Can you have an idea? Can you have a semblance of an understanding of what your case is worth at the beginning? Yeah, you can get an idea, but not with certainty, not with any degree of comfort. And quite frankly, if someone comes to my office and that's one of the first things out of their mouth, I look askance to that person. Why? Because they're really not concerned about what happened to them. They're not concerned about whether or not other people can fall victim to the same neglect that happened to them. They're not concerned about how they've been affected and impacted by what went wrong. Those are the kinds of things that I look for when a person comes to my office. So when someone comes to my office and they ask me, what's my case worth? And this is a conversation that happens after we've gone through a discussion of what the defendant did wrong to cause you harm, and what your harms are, and how you've been lost, and what's been taken away from you. Then it's an appropriate discussion to have with you in terms of what the parameters are, in terms of what the value of the case is. But no one, not me, not anyone that's a qualified lawyer, that's a good lawyer, that's a caring lawyer, can say to you what the value of your case is. And if someone tells you in the very beginning what your case is worth and tries to sell you on that number and say, I can get that for you, please, I beg of you, run from that person's office. And if someone in my office were ever to say that to you, talk to me about it, because I'll apologize to you, because that's something that should never, ever happen.